दोस्तों गुड मॉर्निंग। मैं हूं मदन सिंह एंड आई एम गोइंग टू टॉक टू यू अबाउट अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक। एंड ये टॉपिक इम्पॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज ईरान और अमेरिका वर्सेस इज़राइल, ये जो जंग है अभी भी चालू है, जारी है। नाउ अमेरिकन्स आर क्लेमिंग विक्ट्री एंड डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इज सेइंग Iran is on its last legs. And what is Iran saying? They are also claiming victory, and they are very vociferous that we will not talk to the Americans. Now, this is a point which has to be seen to be believed. What has actually happened, we do not know. But I'm going to give you the military assessment. You can't have both sides claiming victory when the victor can only be one. You can't have two people winning. Well, one thing is very clear, that Iran has not surrendered. The regime change has not taken place. That means the principal aim of the Americans, led by Donald Trump, has not been realized. They have not been able to pulverize or destroy Iran. ईरान को ख़त्म नहीं कर सके वो। और तकरीबन 40 डेज तक भीषण बॉम्बिंग किया है ईरान की, उनकी न्यूक्लियर साइट्स पे, उनकी सिटीज़ पे, उनके मिलिट्री एसेट्स पे। एंड एक बात याद रखिए कि तकरीबन 100 उनके जो टॉप लीडर्स हैं, राइट फ्रॉम आयतुल्ला खुमानी डाउनवर्ड्स, उनको इस दुनिया से भेज दिया है। दे आर नो लॉन्गर अलाइव। तो क्वेश्चन राइज ये हुआ कि ये सब करके भी what have the Americans been able to achieve? मतलब what is their achievement? और अगर हम प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ वॉर पढ़ें, जिनके ऊपर मैं ये अभी वीडियो बनाने वाला हूँ, तो हम देखेंगे कि अमेरिकन्स जो हैं, दे हैव लॉस्ट द आर्ट ऑफ विनिंग। दैट इज द क्रक्स ऑफ द होल थिंग। अगर आप याद हो, बैटल्स ऑफ ओकिनावा में और पैसिफिक में, बैटल ऑफ मिडवे में, द अमेरिकन्स डिफीटेड द जैपनीज और फिर आगे बढ़े। दैट वॉज ड्यूरिंग वर्ल्ड वॉर टू। पर अब ऐसी सिचुएशन नहीं आई। अमेरिका को मुँह की खानी पड़ी वियतनाम में और फिर अफ़गानिस्तान में, जहाँ वो 20 साल लड़े। एंड 20 साल जंग करने के बावजूद उनको एक ह्यूमिलिएटिंग रिट्रीट, जिसको कहते हैं मदर ऑफ ऑल रिट्रीट्स, फेस करनी पड़ी। और बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स वर्थ वेपन्स वो वहाँ छोड़ के भाग के चले गए। दैट ऑल्सो इज़ अ नोन फैक्ट। It is one of the very saddest episodes in world history. अब डोनाल्ड ट्रंप मेरे ख्याल में wanted to avoid the pitfalls of what happened in Afghanistan, and he thought it's a good idea that if he could defeat Iran, claim victory, and then go in for the midterm election, which are due in America, and he could end his presidency in a blaze of glory. I use the word blaze of glory, but ये ऐसा नहीं हो पा रहा। और क्यों नहीं हो रहा? ये अगर हम प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ वॉर स्टडी करें, इट मीन्स डोनाल्ड ट्रंप और उसके जनरल्स ने ये प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ वॉर नहीं पढ़े, ना ही पढ़े, और ना ही उन्होंने प्रॉपरली अंडरस्टैंड किया, और ना ही उन्होंने कोई सैंड मॉडल एक्सरसाइजेज बना के कोर्सेस ऑफ एक्शन डिस्कस किए, और उनमें से बेस्ट कोर्स ऑफ एक्शन कौन सा है वो भी वो डिसाइड नहीं कर पाए। Now, when you do the staff college course, I'll give you a little bit of a resume. We study all the campaigns, make SAN models of those campaigns, and then everybody gives his own opinion how to solve the problem as per the SAN model. And after due discussion and deliberations, the best course of action is taken. This is where you study military history and get a postgraduate degree from the Defense Services Staff College. I'm one of the privileged persons who have done this course, and I can give you the assessment of Iran. So Iran, as I told you, the principal aim was basically to remove the regime, number one, because until you remove the regime, you cannot remove the threat which Israel and the United States will face in the years to come. So that is the point which we have to see, gentlemen. America is on the horns of a dilemma. उनको समझ में नहीं आ रहा हम करें क्या. After such a lot of bombing, any other country would have surrendered, but not the Iranians. They haven't surrendered. And though one group keeps on talking that we don't want to fight, the other group keeps on fighting. And the other sign of victory would have been in case the Americans could control the Strait of Hormuz. Now, the fact is that after 40 days of bombing, and after destroying 158 ships of the Iranian Navy which have been sent to the bottom of the ocean, yet the fact remains that Iran is still alive and throbbing and they control the Strait of Hormuz. That means no ship can pass the Strait of Hormuz. And I'm told that Indian aircraft carrier Vietnam, which was moving around there, has also been the subject of a hit by the Iranians, and maybe it has suffered some damage. That has led Modi to condemn Iran. But all that is okay. The question is, what is going to be done by the Americans now? I think Americans are a little confused now. They really don't know what to do. So the principal aim, change of regime, has not happened, because till you do the change of regime, you cannot take away the nuclear fangs which the Iranians have got. And if you don't take away the nuclear fangs, what's going to happen is that 5 years, 10 years down the line, they will have atomic weapons, and this time they're going to use them. I'm very sure if Iran had a nuclear device at the moment, they would have used it in its trial and destroyed it. But unfortunately, they don't have that sort of a weapon at the moment, though they are very close to it. And so the Americans are very right that they want the fissile material, you see, which is the enriched uranium, which is lying within the vaults underground, to be handed over. And this is, I think, the Iranians are very reluctant to hand over. So that is the second thing, that is, they have not been able to curtail the nuclear ambitions of Iran. The third point is the Strait of Hormuz, which is not in the control of the Americans, though the Americans have enforced a blockade, which is a good thing, which should have been done from the first day of the war. But they didn't do it. That's what I say, that they hadn't studied the campaign in detail. Had they studied it, they would have realized that the way Iran can collapse basically is if you quarantine Iran, that means make a blockade, don't allow Iranians to export anything, and by 40 or 50 days, the Americans would have had their objective. But John Trump realized this very late, and very late means he's had a blockade now, but the Iranians have been able to adjust to the latest environment. They've got a friend in Russia and China, though these two countries are not coming out in the open because they don't want to antagonize the Americans, but the fact remains that they are helping Iran. And recently, I think there was an attack on one of the top American aircraft carriers by the Iranians, and it has to be taken out of combat. Even the Indian aircraft carrier, which is moving around, I think close by, has not been covered itself with glory because it had no clear-cut instructions what is to be done. The Indian government was thinking that it will continue to be friends with Iran, keep on taking the oil from there, and at the same time, give lip service to the Americans. This is not happening. You've got to sign one way or the other, and that is what Modi should have done. He didn't do it, and with the result, he's become the outsider. The man sitting outside the room. He is not even part of the negotiations or any of the peace deals which are being worked out in Pakistan. Pakistan is the one who's the biggest gainer of this war. And the Americans are relying on Pakistan to convince Iran to surrender. Now, I can tell you, Iran is not going to surrender at the persuasion of Pakistan. Pakistan is playing a double game. And that is what the Americans should realize a long time back. Earlier, a long time back, I had made a video. I said the Americans have made a great mistake by allowing Pakistan to have nuclear weapons. I think the first country which they should have made an attempt to remove the nuclear weapons was Pakistan. Why they didn't do it, nobody can explain. And now Iran is in the same boat as Pakistan. And here the Americans are hell-bent on leather not to see that the Americans could get, the Iranians could get nuclear weapons. तो उनकी यही एक पूरी कोशिश है कि किसी तरीके से ईरान को न्यूक्लियर वेपन नहीं मिले, पर ये इनको काम शुरू करना था पाकिस्तान से। एंड हिस्ट्री विल रिकॉर्ड कि द अमेरिकन फेल्ड। उस टाइम बिल क्लिंटन प्रेसिडेंट थे, एंड आई कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट स्टॉप्ड हिम फ्रॉम स्टॉपिंग पाकिस्तान फ्रॉम हैविंग न्यूक्लियर वेपन्स। अगर पाकिस्तान के पास न्यूक्लियर वेपन नहीं आते तो ईरान के पास आते ही नहीं। आई मीन इट्स ए डोमिनो इफेक्ट। ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, पाकिस्तान के पास न्यूक्लियर वेपन नहीं होते तो how could Iran ever dream of getting nuclear weapons? So it's a big blunder which the Americans have committed, and they have put their own civilization at risk, let me tell you. I will repeat these words here again. They have put their own civilization at risk, and in the bargain they have also endangered the existence of Israel. So आगे रास्ता क्या है? पहला तो मिस्टेक्स तो हमने देख ली, 3 बड़ी मिस्टेक्स अमेरिका ने कर दी। नो regime change, they could not bring it about. They could not stop the Strait of Hormuz, freedom of navigations. They could not bring it about. And the nuclear fissile material has not been handed over to anybody yet. And the Iranians are talking of victory, dancing they had big demonstrations, holding the great victory over the Americans. Now, this is not a sign of defeat. America will have to learn to live and fight Iran to the end. There is no choice. मैं आपको एग्जाम्पल बताता हूँ। जब सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर चल रही थी, रशियन आर्मीज had closed in on Berlin, and even then there was no surrender. Surrender नहीं हुआ. The Germans kept fighting till the last man and the last bullet, and they never surrendered. They surrendered when they were totally smashed. जब खत्म हो गया उनका सारा कुछ खत्म हो गया, तो लास्ट मोमेंट जब उनके थोड़े से सोल्जर ले गए, they only then they surrendered when Hitler committed suicide. So despite losing the war from 44 onwards, when they lost all the battles in the plains of Russia and France, when the American army was advancing in France, they refused to surrender. So that is the point which I am saying, a daredevil, desperate approach. Because there also there were the hardliners in the Gestapo, in the German regime, who didn't want to surrender. They kept fighting to the end, didn't mind dying. And that is the crux of the issue which I am making. Iran is not going to surrender on its own unless it is smashed to smithereens. जब तक ईरान को completely destroy नहीं करेंगे, ईरान surrender नहीं हो सकता. And I do not know what the American policy was कि उनको oil जो है उनको installation को attack नहीं किया. अगर ये oil installations को पहले ही attack कर देते, there is very good chance that Iran would have surrendered, because Iran का जो lifeblood is oil, and whatever damage would have been done, of course, accept करना था कि ईरान जो है would have bombed the UAE, Saudi Arabia and other countries. They would have bombed them, no doubt about it. But net result would have been that at least ईरान हार जाता. पर अभी ईरान is fighting, और उनके पास glut of oil है, only thing they can't export it. और मुझे समझ में नहीं आई कि जब ये इतनी पावरफुल वेपन थी कि अमेरिका को क्वारंटीन ईरान, यानी मेक ए ब्लॉकेड ऑफ ईरान, एंड ईरान कुड नॉट अर्न एनी मनी, तो व्हाई दे डिडंट डू इट फ्रॉम डे वन ऑफ द बैटल? At that time, when the top leadership was killed, I remember Iran, the American President Donald Trump making a statement that Iran must surrender and I will have a say in who is the next leader of Iran. But इतनी सिंपल बात नहीं थी जैसे उन्होंने वेनेजुएला में किया और वेनेजुएला के प्रेसिडेंट पकड़ के ले गए. All that is something which has got no meaning in Iran. And ईरान में अभी भी ईरान ने सरेंडर नहीं किया. एंड अब फैक्ट बात तो ये है कि अमेरिकन आर वेरी रिलक्टेंट टू फाइट देमसेल्व्स. अभी तक उन्होंने अपने ग्राउंड ट्रूप्स जो हैं वो कमिट नहीं किए हैं बैटल में, और उनके पास इतने ट्रूप्स भी नहीं हैं कि दे कैन कमिट मोर देन 60 और 70,000 ट्रूप्स. इससे ज़्यादा वो लगा नहीं सकते, बिकॉज उनकी एक बहुत छोटी आर्मी है, एंड दे हैव टू टेक द हेल्प ऑफ इजराइल. इजराइल ऑफ कोर्स विल फाइट, बट उनकी ऑपोजिट ओपोनेंट्स देखिए आर वेरी डाई हार्ड पर्सनस. दैट इज द ईरानियन नेशनल गार्ड, रेवोल्यूशनरी गार्ड. वो आर नॉट गोइंग टू से गिव अप. सो मेरा कहने का मतलब है, जब तक ईरान को बिल्कुल स्मैश नहीं कर सकते अमेरिकन एंड इजराइलीज, there is no way that Iran war can come to a successful conclusion. And एक बार अगर वो successful conclusion के आती भी है, it will be in the interest of America to destroy Pakistan. ये चीज़ याद रखिए, particularly the nuclear arsenal of Pakistan has to be destroyed. जेंटलमैन, मैं बहुत लंबा वीडियो नहीं बनाना चाहता था, मैं आपको सिर्फ ये इतने पॉइंट ही बताने थे कि what has actually happened, what exactly is happening there. The Americans actually at their wits' end, they don't know what to do, and now it's do or die. You know, like on Horatio on the burning bridge, Americans have to decide, do they wish to dominate the world? In that case, they have to finish Iran. How they do it is their pigeon, and after that they have to finish Pakistan. और ये बात मैंने आज वीडियो बना दी है. I hope people will understand what I'm saying. I will close now, gentlemen. मैं बोलता हूँ goodbye and God bless. और आपको अगर ये मेरा वीडियो अच्छा लगा है, please subscribe to this channel, share it with my friends, with your friends.